Hello. We did an oil class this week regarding pets and oils. Here's mine. And I just want to kind of highlight a couple of the things that we talked about. So we started off talking about oils and young living and pets. So, a lot of times our pets respond to the oils just the same way we do. So, oils that you would use for your digestive system, you would use for them. Now, if you're worried about, oh my gosh, this is too much, do I need to dilute? What to do? Young Living took care of that for you. They have a whole Young Living pet line. So oils that are ready to use for your pets. So you don't have to worry about dilution or, is this too much? Is this the right thing? Young Living's covered that. Also, this year they came out with a new pet treat. So if you want to give your pets a new healthy treat, I yet to order them. I need to order today, actually. But I've heard they're phenomenal and pets love them. Also, we had Dr. Glenn Nielsen from the Waite Park Veterinary Hospital speaking, and he was talking about animals' diet. And so I want to give you a couple points from his lecture too. He talked a lot about feeding your food like natural food for your pets. Now, he did comment, and this was kind of interesting, that where your pet comes from, the origin of your pet is like it should eat natural foods from that area. Like, who would have thought of that, right? So when it comes to, like your dog, if you have, leftover chicken or steak, it's okay to give them that meat. But then keep in mind, naturally, the chain of descent, like wolves would only eat, he said, like 2 or 3 times a week. So they don't need to eat every day. They hunt and they eat. So when you're giving your pets like a whole food like that, like let's say a chicken breast, that means cut back on their dog food. Now, the portions, that's up to you and your vet or however you want to decide that. He did comment, he's had a lot of really good success in his own personal life expectancy of his pets. They've lived a lot longer and healthier lives. Probably, it has to do with that whole food nutrition. Also, the other really interesting point, he did say people typically buy pet food at the level of health that they're at. So if you typically are going through fast food drive-in for lunch and supper, and you're going out to eat all the time, and you're not paying attention to what you're ordering or eating, chances are you're going to buy a lower quality food for your pet, just because that's where you're at. If you're thinking about what you're eating and exercise and that kind of thing, you're going to buy a higher quality of dog food. Now, I've seen a difference between high quality and low quality when we've bought cheapo stuff for our old dog, just because that's what we could afford at that time. Kids were little, and oh boy, that did not go good. Not go good at all. He also said the higher quality dog foods or pet foods, the bag that they come in is the bag that they should stay in. They typically are made to keep that dog food fresh. So if you typically get home and you pour it into another container, if you're not washing that each and every time, you could be contaminating your dog food with bacteria that's been growing in that container. So to be able to keep your dog food in the original bag, and probably just put that bag in another container. What was the other thing? Don't keep your pet food in the garage or in a place where it gets hot and cold, just because that condensation, it can also lead to, just the dog food or pet food becoming more and more moldy. So those are a couple points that I had gotten from the talk. And I thought they were good, and I wanted to share them with you guys. I hope you enjoy your day and your time with your pets.